Try not just use more egg to repair it, dude. It's a good thing about eggs. It's nature's glue for food. Yeah, yeah, that works too. Can't do that. Said apples. Yeah, what's up? I just DM'd her. Yeah, I DM'd her, and my plan is to dispute it and then ban the fuck out of her because I could give it, and not yet because I want to see what she has to say or whoever has to say. Um, but that shit just fucking pisses me off. I can't stand that shit. But yeah, yeah. If you just want to see if she gets back to you, but just I mean, and I know nobody on here is thinking about it, but it's like sometimes randomly people will join and they won't like they'll just see all the info and it'll just get intimidated and then they'll file a dispute against the product. Yeah, and this one said it was defective or broken as if it was like a physical. I was like, dude, okay, but just DM me. If you DM'd me, a week into it and you're like, I'm not going to be able to do this. I'm not going to hang on to your cash. I'm going to hold whatever it costs for me to refund you, but yeah, look at Apple. Cost basis fucking whacked it right in the balls. Right in the balls. That's what I was worried about yesterday. All right. It's really foul for business. Yeah, it just fucks up makes Stripe that much harder to navigate, which is it's already sometimes a pain in the booty. So it is what it is though. Yeah, good morning everybody. Good morning. Yeah, Apple fell fast, but that's one hell of a bounce right there. Yeah. The business side of it, yeah. Yeah, it can freeze your whole Stripe until it's resolved. I had two people who simultaneously, I guess they knew each other, signed up. This was probably 3 years ago, and then they both. I think there was a plan, and I felt that it was like targeted, because a lot of business owners know this. They know that. In fact, I probably shouldn't even be speaking about it, but yeah, if you hit somebody with like 3 or 4 disputes, it will freeze their shit because Stripe thinks you're selling bullshit. Yeah, so it's like those things. I mean, it's not. Yeah, I mean, it's not going to hurt me, but that's how I pay Ivy and Alex and pay all of the fucking subscription cost and Discord shit, and Instagram shit, and X shit, and YouTube shit, and fucking editing softwares and all this other shit. So, dealing with that this morning on a 3K invoice. Are you serious, Bobby? Get the fuck out of here, dude. You should go and till their whole lawn. Just till it up, dude. All right. Well, good morning, everybody. We're on YouTube. We're on TikTok. We're bright and early again. I got, I actually got some pretty. I fell asleep at like 9:30, which is not. I was like saying, I was like hanging out with my son. I was like laying on the side of his bed. My cat, he was like talking to me. I felt terrible, dude, because I just fucking passed. I was like falling asleep. He was like, Dad? I was like, oh, my bad, bro. But yeah, good sleep. Hopefully you guys got some good rest as well. Um, so let's take a look at the market here this morning. Looking at Apple right now because it looks like it's going to have an inside candle possibly today that could reach to the floor. I did hedge this bad boy, so we'll see if I can get out on one side or the other. Why'd you let her in here? Rogue. All right, I'm gonna put you in your basket, and then you're gonna leave me alone. You yelled at me all day yesterday. There you go, you big chungus. Nope, you gotta get up. Dude, my big Garfield ass cat. She yells at me to put her in my basket that sits on the side of my desk. I love her to death, though. I've had her forever. I love. You know it's all love. Yeah. She's had 2 cans of tuna since I get back, so she's had it good. Disney making a ton. Yeah. All right. So let's take a look at the ETFs and then we'll get into the individual equities. So no surprise here, we're seeing a continuation to the upside. That's if you swung, I guess that's good for me. This is no matter, but does allow for you to kind of put again if you're thinking about a pullback or something like that. Again, it's not my cup of tea, right? I'm not doing it, but I know some of you guys may take part in that. A couple of things to watch out for is that 773.30 and 772.50. This structure just has to be lost in order for you to go down, so utilize it. But other than that, IWM hit the 302.92, which I have no idea why I put that there, but red, and then underneath you, keep it simple. You're already bouncing off of this 302. So downside potential underneath that, where you could be looking at levels like 301.50 and 300. Or if you're looking for continuation of the upside, you're just one high away. I don't take part in it. I just don't trade the ETFs like this. I will trade IWM shortly. I missed this whole rip, which honestly is a little bit of a bummer, but at the end of the day, it's okay because this is what I was talking about with volatility returning. It is possible that we still see this whippy price action both up and down. So there's opportunity. Good morning, market looking up. I made a boatload of money yesterday. Yes, we had a lot of you folks should probably be taking today easy or just playing around if you have maybe a gamble or two or something like that. But yeah, a lot of folks after these big wins like this, it's not a bad idea to get your money into a safe place. Also, the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. Just in case you didn't know, now you do. Funny you said that. I planned on not trading today. Yo, bro, thanks for the win from Apple yesterday. You got it, brother. Yep, we had so far two pretty badass trades. Tesla's still on standby, but I got a creamsicle Americano this morning, folks. It is pretty delicious. What do you do wishes? All right, now QQQ. Yeah, what's up? No, I didn't leave it. Bro, I hit 500%. Yeah, shreds. We had somebody hit yesterday a 33,000% trade. I just posted it on my page. I can't post any camera pictures though, because if you look at the first part of the video, my camera's all blurry. Ever since I dropped it in water, dude, it's been cooked. Is there anything that has low expense ratio, high that we should be looking at to hold? I mean, that's what we're doing every day is trying to build a watch list, So, low risk Chris, yeah, you too, brother. Absolutely impressive work there, my friend. All right, so for the Qs, I said this last night, I'm going to say it now. It's just that overhead high, and I don't think it's going to be super easy to do. I could be fucking wrong, but it is likely something that we'll flirt around with. And again, with this, if you move down into a lower time frame and kind of zoom in, anything under 722, you could see maybe a 716 pullback if we end up seeing that high popped up and retested. But you're traveling in a channel right now. Again, I don't really do the all-time high things with the Qs. There is still a remaining amount of trade here, but with it up against that overhead wall, just keeping it simple. If I want to trade it, it'll be over that high. So All right, so let's get into some of the individual equities. I know that you guys are watching, and we'll start with Disney because I did swing a little bit of that for earnings, and I was on the money with the target of 103.40, and that has since retraced 50% of that entire move. So we'll see if we can get anything out of it. It's a low risk position for me. Didn't buy a lot. But that one did tap that 103. Let's see if it can't go back up and hit it. That would be absolutely phenomenal. Apple, which I had my suspicions yesterday, and I grabbed $300 puts to swing against just in case we decided to go boxular, which we seem to have done. Now, this does not keep Apple from continuing its journey to the upside. And I really don't have a ton of structure on the higher time frame, but what we do have is the story on how we got here, which we punched back through this box, built this one, and as of right now, price is trying to hold. So when you fall fast, leave a gap like that, that can honestly be the best case scenario for a reversal. So don't lose sight of this one. If it does continue to drive down into this pocket right here, it's best left alone unless you're going short. Netflix is another one that, geez. I took this one yesterday and kind of a little gamble. I told you guys about it at the end of the day, so don't say I didn't signal it. Um, but yeah, we're up so far with a little bit of an overnight swing. Kind of unlike me to be trading something like this, but it's the higher time frame that's really got my eyes perked up for a potential pop. Today we're looking at 76.62 for runners and 78 for extra runners, unless you have a longer expiration, which you could be looking into the 80s. So, but this is definitely one of those scenarios. If you got weeklies to keep it low risk, high reward, there is a good opportunity here at the bell, especially if we just pop and take off to start selling some of that position off, reduce your risk, and let it ride. So. I want to go over ELF equity, which I have over here on the right side of my screen. So just a quick pulse check here. I'm not sure how many of you guys are in this stock with us, but damn, we actually ended up going and the plant. And I'm telling you guys this. You know, if you decide that options are not for you, it's just too much and too hard, and that's what she said. But you know, it's just too much of a hassle or you just don't have the time to commit, man, I tell you what, if you just would give the energy to buying shares, you would possibly find yourself in a little bit of a better scenario. I mean, for me, this is probably the easiest way to use my strategy. It's with equity. So ELF has been a amazing purchase, filling up multiple pockets of empty space, and as of the last 2 days, filling up all of it. And this is actually going into earnings, which reminds me of an earnings that we had not too long ago, where we took this one right here. I don't know if you guys remember that. You guys remember buying this one inside of the box right here around 55. We saw multiple punchbacks. We also just kind of put this one together as a whole box and kind of deserves it. But then when earnings hit, we were in empty space already, and we ended up getting a massive rip to the upside, making it that much sweeter. So we're kind of setting up for maybe a similar scenario. See you guys at 122.50. All right. Not bad though, not bad, guys. I'm pretty I mean, honestly, just the money I've been making off of equity, off of Target, off of Roku, off of all of these equity stocks. I mean, that in itself is enough. All right. Now I know everybody's got their eyes on Tesla, and I want to believe, but I'm starting not to believe that this is going to be possible. I do see a couple of things. I'll discuss what I see here as far as potential, right? So getting heavy on Tesla, no problem, right? Not losing anything, no problem. But going through the full rotations, two off the bottom, that means that price better get to fucking moving very quickly, because the volume that sits underneath us in these areas here will run dry. So 321.60 for a bounce today would be sweet. But these levels will also be signals for a potential downside move to 315, 314.91 if we end up getting whacked. So keep those fucking, for me, I think I'm just going to keep the stop loss at 320, 324, the bottom of the wick or pre-market lows. And then again, it's up to you. You don't have to follow my stop loss. But a lot of the times when things start getting hairy like this and the contracts, are worth something, I try not to fuck around too much and find out. However, I would very much be happy. One of the things I love is that you did leave empty space, so reversal does seem like it's in the cards. I might let 321 get hit here for a bounce. I think that is a strong bounce level for Tesla. So if you're not in, that may be a place to look for that one. So Nvidia, I know a lot of you folks swung this one as well. Absolutely phenomenal. End of the day run too as well. This one has gone pretty much hit 217.55. It does look like it might try to peel back here on you a little bit. But Nvidia loves a good retest. So watch that 214.44 for a bounce here this morning. If you have swung Nvidia. A lot of you guys are also in Tractor Supply, which, Lord have mercy, Godspeed to all of you. But you're looking for a clearance over yesterday's high of 33.50 with a target in mind of around 34.14 and 34.50. So not bad. Good job if you kept your eyes peeled on that one. I'm going to be honest, you're better than me because I said, fuck that thing, and left it alone. So, uh, yeah, dude. Tractor Supply sold me fucking moldy chicken feed, dude. I can't tolerate it anymore. Yeah, yeah. All right. Now, AI drives markets to new highs. That's an absolute hot dog water, but anyway, we'll accept it. All right, so just to give you guys a kind of a brief rundown of what's happened overnight and what the climate is. Farm Boy post a sweet little recap. I like his post that he puts in there too, so make sure to check those out. We'll post them in the morning. But the S&P 500 and Dow futures ticked up slightly, driven by optimism at tensions in that the Iran conflict might ease, while Nasdaq futures edged down as forecast from SpaceX and Advanced Micro Devices (AMD) failed to impress investors. SpaceX shares fell 10% in pre-market trading after executives flagged that the spending spree underpinned its lofty ambitions was far from over. AMD's shares dropped over 8%. On the economic calendar, the ADP National Employment Report obviously is the focus for today ahead of the non-farm payroll figures on Friday. European shares hovered near record highs as traders digested a fresh batch of corporate results. In Asia, the Nikkei jumped over 3%, supported by a surge in AI-related stocks, and Chinese stocks ended at a one-week high. Oil prices rebounded after Houthi rebels said they attacked the Saudi oil tanker in the Red Sea. Makes sense. The Japan yen steadied against the dollar after its most volatile days and months, while Japan has been selling off those motherfucking bonds, trying to offload that debt. And gold prices rose almost 2%. If anybody in here is in silver or gold, we're looking good. I talked about this one yesterday. I think Joker, I think a bunch of you guys were looking at this one. I told you guys I've been holding silver. Still holding silver. Gold, looking juicy. Very nice. Couple of other things here. Disney's Toy Story 5 fuels streaming businesses and merchandise sales for the June quarter. How the fuck that's even I don't even get it. But they said the blockbuster success of Toy Story 5 extended beyond the box office for its June quarter hit. Film fueled sales, merchandise, added engagement on Disney Plus streaming services, and attracted more visitors to its theme parks to lose all of their money. Because holy fuck. I swear to God, they will punish you for being poor. They will. All right. So, JP Morgan CEO Diamond leads new cross-industry effort to tackle AI risk. If that guy is a gymnast, or that guy is a gymnast with the way he's able to straddle geopolitical issues. But Wall Street warms to healthcare stocks as tech trades face turbulence. I did also notice that TTI on Twitter, which the Trading Initiative, if you don't follow him, you should. But he posted that there is money moving into those markets. I'm trying to pull it up right now. Yeah, so industrials, healthcare, and technology are leading this earnings season with the most companies issuing positive quarterly guidance, EPS guidance, right? So that is industrials, healthcare, and technology. Mm, very good. Very good. Good morning, Principal Patterson. Man, I tell you what's so good. It's so good to have a principal on my side once in my life, dude. So good. Feels like I really made it. Yeah, we discussed Tesla already. It's just a break over those highs. We need Tesla to give us a solid bounce. You probably want this one to drop down to 321 and then pop. Um, Usually, when healthcare leads, it hides shaky markets. Could be very true, brother. All right. So, and then let's discuss Apple here. Well, I think I did, but with Apple dropping so fast, leaving the gap behind, it is a candidate, right? You know, reusing the skeleton of this box. Watch for a tap at 310. Watch for a tap at 310.75. If we can rebound above, and you can see this level right there. So we need to be holding above that level. All right. Yeah, TTI is on Twitter. Yeah, if you guys aren't following me, we post a lot of the gains and I repost a lot of stuff, but that's Hamilton right there. If you guys do not follow him, comment Potter sent me on one of his charts. But I highly recommend that you guys follow. Everybody in here should take 2 seconds right now to follow Hamilton, um, because he deserves it. And I tell you what, he's the only other individual that puts up the same kind of numbers, right? That I do. So worth taking a look at. All right. If you're helping with charts, do you mind looking at Starbucks? I could look at Starbucks. I believe this one, yeah, had earnings, decent pop on that earnings, but let's look at the higher time frame. Google's in talks for $1.5 billion plus deal with AI coding agent startup Mechanize. All right. So this is pretty easy actually. And I can go ahead and tell you this with the utmost confidence that likely within the next 2 weeks you should be seeing Starbucks starting to make a directional move. We have two off the top here, and yes, earnings did shoot this one into the highs and then pull it back. It's not always the greatest sign. But that being said, you have been holding and have held the floor here more than twice. So you got two off the top, two off the bottom. You're still sitting on top of the structure that holds you underneath. And so as of right now, I would say if you are bullish, you are looking for a same candle close that you couldn't succeed or you had to hold before, which is going to be 106.15. So solid green candle close anywhere in these wicks, and I would be looking up. But it's always these charts that tell you where price, so you can literally see it. If you can't get here, then you can't get here. And so above 106, 108, and at that point, I would just be looking to move through this small structure or box that was left behind at 109.60. So good morning, Chris. What's going on? What is Corsair Gaming? I forgot you got to drop the ticker on me for that one. Twitter is accessible. I'm gonna be honest with you. If you guys don't follow me on that app, you're not hurting my feelings. I can't. I actually do not get on X, and I have like a side account, and there's just dudes like there's one dude in particular, and it just his existence just makes me sick. And I can't. I think he blocked me, so I can't even look him up. But which is good. But getting on this app, the only way that they get engagement with you is by pissing you the fuck off. And yeah, Twitter is the worst. Peter, don't be nervous. Don't be nervous. Nobody in here bites. Maybe Jose bites, but 24-hour time for. Oh my. Okay, let's get this guy out of here. I don't know why that reminded me of that Cat in the Hat. Have you seen that? Yeah, he's. Yeah, no, I think it was the Grinch.
Frozen berries, eggs, bacon, lettuce. All this has been recalled as of today.
Frozen blueberries. Simple truth. Okay. Bacon are all been recalled for ass water.
Uh,
That's ass. Yep. People be shitting on the eggs. Be careful with your eggs, guys, and frozen berries. Frozen fruit and cereal and bacon. I only eat beef bacon, so it don't matter. We got the beef. Dude, Jim Carrey is so fucking goated, bro. I'm a psycho. Um, all right, so APP has a small. Yeah, it doesn't look bad. It's got a nice pocket of empty space to the upside over the overhead high here of 450, 460, 450, 850. Obviously, filling up the empty space up to 450, 258 would be priority. You can see it right there. But yeah, getting up and over that, that should make for a pretty badass little trade up to 503. Don't hate that one at all. Meta. That's right, Meta. I forgot. I forgot to go over Meta. Yeah, so we actually have a little swingola on fucking Meta. I needed to rip harder though. I needed to rip harder. It's got a floor right here at 601 and a 50% mark of 606. Those are my priority price targets today to get a ripper. We need a ripper from Meta if we're gonna get. And this is and funny enough, actually, I want to point something out. You see right here? See that? What do you think we bounced off of? Same area, same bounce, same floor. So hopefully we can see something similar because this run led us all the way to 630. If we can get anything remotely close to that, we should be eating good. Eating good, baby. We will all be cultivated food soon. I think we are being cultivated food, dude. There's no way the aliens aren't cultivating all this, stealing our gold, and telling a certain group of people that a certain. Never mind. All right. Anyway, um, let's see what else. Drop your request. What's up? No, I'm doing that right now. All right. So, IBM. Good morning, cousin. Are you going to school? Hold on, guys. Say goodbye to Ellie. Come here. Come here, poopy. Why are you walking like that? Walking on your heels. I love you.
Oh.
Have a great day. You love your new class? And your teacher's nice? You get to me see your old teacher, though, right? Every day?
Uh,
Yeah, Miss Satcher's right in the same hallway.
I know, but
Cool.
yeah, I do say hi to her.
You say hi to her. Oh, Bill.
Classroom.
Give me big hugs. I love you.
Don't ask why I'm walking. Oh.
I won't ask why. It's a lie.
Just because it hurts when I walk away. No, I just want. Hey, you're the girl.
I'm a girl? Okay. Thanks, Ellie. Bye. Uh, Will love you too, baby. Gotta say bye to kids. I bought an option call for AMD. Should I sell before market opens? Option call for AMD. Hold on a second. I think I don't think that's good. Um, so real quick, listen, guys. When you are sitting like this, what else is there to do other than right? What do we do, guys, every morning when we have a swing trade, especially? What is the first thing that we're doing? Answer me that. Riddle me this. What is the first thing that we do when we see a chart or we're in a trade and we look at the 24-hour time frame? Anybody know? Okay. There we go. There you go. What is above and what is below? That is below. That is the top of 235.50. So that'll serve as a great retest. You also have the gap at 236. But other than that, folks, what else is there to add to this setup? Nothing, right? You just have to make sure you stay up and keep moving up. So that's it. You're moving through empty space. You are around the 50% mark. If it was going to do any sort of consolidation, that this would probably be the area that you would see that consolidation happen. Rogue, what are you doing? Yeah, what's up? Good morning. No. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I was just gonna say. I mean, for when I see something like this, man, in order to not complicate the setup, it's dumped fast here, it's ripped fast here, it's dumped fast here. There is very little, if any, structure that we would incorporate into this trade. The only thing that we would be doing is looking at the imbalance, which my best guess is that's exactly what we're going to be fighting with today if we do not see continuation to the highs. So let's see. Let me see that shirt. You want to see my shirt? Okay. All right. Here's my shirt. We make APT so you don't have to. No mitochondria, no life. Simple math. Mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell, dude. It is. Ask Steven. He just learned that like the other day in school. You know what? There's no family on family attacks, brother. You can't do that. Bro, you guys got my cousin roasting me now, man. Look at this. Shut the fuck. They should. I probably Meta is looking good, guys. We're gonna have I'm gonna snipe your battlefield queues tonight and spawn camp you. Bro, that's impossible. I'm unspawn campable, dude. All right. You got any stock buys for small accounts that fit the model? No, I don't. I get in a Bradley too. Or a helicopter, which is a tank with whirly blades above. So I mean, for cheap stock picks, brother, I mean that's day by day. Yesterday I had great picks, and those are already moving here. So, meta's interesting to me, but what the fuck? Tanks and helis, yeah, that's my thing. All right, let's see what else do we got here, guys. Thoughts on coin to 160. Coin for 160. You got some spaghetti on your chart. Multicolored spaghetti. So I mean, immediately off the jump, not my favorite, right? And the reason being is because of I mean, if you're looking to trade through it, that's, but you're about to move or attempt to move through a very, very heavy area of consolidation with a pretty strong floor here at 156, which I would say, yeah, that's a feasible target. And then the only thing that makes this a little special, right, and possibly a good day trade is if you are able to punch through the box, there is empty space up to 161. So if that's what so that is what you're looking for. You said 160, so yes, that is a possible lower time frame day trade. So SoFi, so far so good. If you guys got the bottom, I have not paid attention to these contracts because we either do it or we don't. But 1970, right? And one of the things I said I wanted to see here was a candle close outside of 1865. We're there. So we need to be above that tonight by the end of the day. Closer we are to 17, 19. But I mean, I think that I have made up my mind that the SoFi is going to go to $25. And I am going to hold until it gets to $25. If it goes up and it hits 22 and it comes back and I make zero, what the fuck? Who cares? When I make up my mind on something like this, I'm not fucking changing my mind. That's where it goes, or I fail. So, um, thoughts on AMD? Yeah, how did that's not good. And to that person who said they bought AMD calls, should you sell them at open? I mean, they're probably cooked. There's a good chance that you are been completely braised, smoked, and pulled. That being said, if you can bounce off of this 463 again, or maybe even down a little bit lower around like I would say maybe 458, 80, this could be a candidate for a reversal for sure. But a lot of the time, and again, everyone's always so puzzled. They're like, how did they go down? They had positive guiding, or like guidance, and this, and their numbers were great. Motherfucker, yeah, no crying in the casino, but straight up, dude, there's no guarantees that the move is going to be made that needs to be made, right? And moves get made for reasons, not for no reason. So, all right, Joby, I see that one coming across the screen quite a bit here. Yeah, yeah. We talked about this one as well. I think it has earnings tonight. I said 882, and I'll stand by that one. That's what I see potentially to the upside. Um, I have seen a couple of earnings where it's done really, really well, and shot up. So yeah, I think that's and if you can see continuation, that would be, priority number one. But yeah, not my thing. Good start being up at the floor. Oh, yeah, I need to add something to the watch list here, guys. Listen, I think I'm going to be taking Celsius earnings, and yes, they are going to be probably a little bit risky. And I'm a little bit pissed off that I wasn't able to grab this one yesterday. I did not see it, but this is a picture perfect representation of what it means to grab the floor, to pop up, to build, to retest, to hold, and then escape with a full engulfment, right? That candle closes outside of the previous candle closes. And now Celsius is moving up. And yes, over 30.77. I expect a pretty fast run to 33. Maybe even this is what gets us started because I have big dreams on Celsius. I think this one can get through this structure and move all the way up into the 40s. And then if you look at this one on the 24-hour, 41 would be a good target, but then all of this is empty up to 53. So I mean, there's a lot of money to be made on this one. I can tell you that. And yeah, I have gotten my ass whacked on this one a couple times, but that has never been. I'm not going to stop doing so. The Tractor Supply was too much. Two spankings, that's on me. Three spankings, I asked you for it. Five spankings, I'm exactly where I need to be. 10 spankings, and that's my fault. I got to do something different. My boy has learned everything from you. He's teaching me a little bit. I'm starting with Celsius. Dude, you know what makes me so happy is a lot of people when they sign up for different creators or whatever their strategies and stuff like that, it ends up being something that actually gets covered in shame. like because they lose, because there's no consistency, because it's up and down. It's like you don't really want to show people or even talk to people about what you're trying to do. But the fact that you guys are successful and trying to teach your homies is awesome, because that's actually something that, like, it's hard to be able to, like, with any other strategy, I'm just going to say it that way, to walk to somebody and be like, yeah, this works. You should try this out. So it's really cool that you guys are teaching your friends. Um, oh, dude, don't, yeah, listen, Golfman and me talked about this. I've talked about this with a ton of other people. Um, if they haven't, yeah, dude, and to be honest with you, it's only when you are, let's say, so this was for me, all right? Um, it was when I was hit, like, people started seeing that I was making big bread. Like, I went over to my homie's house and I showed him that I had $98,000 sitting in my trading account, and I showed him the growth, and he asked me if I could teach him, and he was interested in it. And I had already offered, I mean, I have offered so many times on my own personal Instagram to the people who have known me for 15 years, and I'm like, if anybody wants to learn. I even had an old homie who, I mean, I think he's just too intimidated right now. Um, but he just hit me up and he's been watching me do this. But I posted, what's funny is I didn't post my money. I posted some of the people who have sent me like vacation photos, sent me like their long-term P&L. I posted some of those, and that's when he finally hit me up. But you can't, there's got to be something in life that makes you want this, or you hit a wall with work, right? Or you come to the conclusion that no matter where you work or what job you get, you're still going to be in a certain financial, position, or even just having to deal with somebody who could give a shit less whether you're there today or tomorrow. They'll just hire somebody new. You know what I mean? And that's business, but at the end of the day, it's those kind of realizations that make you want to do something different. And I think that's one thing that a lot of you all have in common in here, is that you've hit that wall where you're like, I know I'm capable of probably doing something a little bit better than just having to do this. So taught the homie how to trade. Now he's making his paycheck double on plays. Hell yeah. Um, which stock have you encountered where the outcome was unpredictable? Yeah, but even, I mean, if those are clear, I can see those. I mean, I've hit some nasty ones on Baba, but I mean, they're not unpredictable, they're unperceivable. Like, that's different, like, I can still predict, up and down, but I think, like, um, I'm gonna be honest with you, it's kind of hard to think of one that looks good, that fits my setup, I guess, and doesn't work. Because I've shown you guys on Neo, like, you would not think that I would be able to predict where price is going to move in after hours on Neo on the 2 minute, but somehow I'm able to do that using the system. So there are stocks that, like, maybe Tractor Supply, but the prediction, right, was that it was going to box up and break out. That was correct. So it's not unpredictable, maybe untradeable. Um, but yeah, I would actually say I can't really think of one that, maybe QYLD. Yeah, yeah. There's probably more effort put into trying to make sure that your contracts fit the script. So, which, I mean, to me, my simple solution is just, I always just try to trade things that other people trade, that everybody trades. Nvidia, Tesla, Meta, IBM, Elf. Well, Elf, not everybody trades Elf, but yeah, I try to trade, things that there's no question that people would be there to buy my contract. So it seems like we're getting some more news. Israeli military issues evacuation warning to village in South Lebanon. Fuck off, dude. If I could be anything right now, I'd be a bomb. Sling me over there, dude. Right into BB's mouth. All right. Anyway, sorry, I had to get that off my chest. I feel way better now. All right. Gambling is a loser mentality, laziness, risk, everything for thrills. Yeah, yeah. Gambling always ends very badly. Yeah, I mean, yeah. If you get into the habit of betting on your bad habits or on your gambling, like if you hit a hand and you keep trying to hit hands, yeah, you're probably going to lose. I think it's actually greed in gambling. I mean, a certain kind of gamblings. All right. I'm still learning, was trying to practice on ASTS, but would space need to be much bigger? ASTS. I would prefer it be a little cleaner. The space was there, but it would be nice if this was just a little cleaner. Right now, you rejected the floor of a box that would essentially send you up into more empty space and more empty space. So it's not terrible, but there are some pockets of empty space that are valuable here. I've had epic runs at the big house. Yeah. I listen, I only say that from my personal perspective, so maybe I'm wrong on that, but blackjack, I've only lost one game out of like 10. And I've that was those were my first time playing. I have hardly ever played since. Scratch off tickets, I've only played a handful of times in my life, and I only play when I feel it in my gut. Like I drive past a gas station, or I go get gas, or I go to the counter, and I just feel it. I'm like, I'm gonna buy one, and I usually buy them. And dude, and I rip the fucking winners. I literally have dude. I paid my rent with a scratch off ticket. I mean, this was like 12 years ago. I bought a $50 ticket at a El Cheapo near my house, and yeah, the thing was. But anyway, what? Yeah, that's the name of the gas stations around here. Yeah, it was this one right here, to be exact. Where to go? Savannah. No, this is Savannah. This is the El Cheapo that I went to. It's pretty rough, actually. Yeah, they used to call it El Stabo, but Yeah, yeah, yeah. They have a gas and go, and people changed it to stab and go, dude. Yeah, it's rough, dude. It's crazy, man. I stay on the decent side of town, but Savannah wild is wilding, man. How much did I win? 500. General thought process when choosing contract strike and expiration. The contract strike is based on the target that we see using the system. The expiration is determined by what resistance we're going to have to work through on the higher time frames. That is how I base my contract, and it works. Oh my God, Jose. Zillow, huh? Yeah, yeah. Now there's discretion involved. If you see, so this is getting to know a stock, right? Zillow. If I wanted to trade Zillow, and I wanted to trade Zillow, which I'm not going to do, but if I wanted to trade it to 58 without earnings, right? I would have to consider the fact that Zillow moves like an old man on Viagra. I mean, he's moving, but not very well. And you get these kind of grindy moves to the upside. It's got some pops in it, but resumes back to that bullshit. So something like this, which again I would never do, but I would need to be out probably 6 months. And the only resistances we have are the one that's in front of us, the floor here, the cost basis, and there. So like time would maybe save 5, 6, 7 weeks on a contract like that, but knowing that it moves really slow, right? Or maybe you're trading like AA, right? AA is something that, aluminum any minute now. Does your shirt say mitochondria? Yes, it's mitochondria, powerhouse of the cell. No, I have not. I'm gonna get there. Did you drop it in the thingy? Drop that thing for me. So something like AA, right? Now I'm not gonna lie, this thing actually moves pretty well. But something like AA, just a little bit more time, right? It's not meta. It's not motherfucking, some of these big names. But anyway, all right. Fuck, dude. I have such terrible short-term memory loss. What did you just say? What stock? That's right, Circle. Oh, oh my God. Well, what my target? I mean, I was off a couple. Yeah, that thing popped up slant. So this one could be a candidate to drive lower down to 53 if it breaks that floor, which I have. But yeah, it did for a second. IW IWM thoughts after the last 2 days. After the last 2 days of consecutive rippage, I would expect possibly a third expansionary day. The third candle typically on IWM, it's usually 2 to 3 days of rippage. So you're about to stop. That's my thoughts. That you're about to stop. And how that stop typically goes, I mean, you look at IWM, and again, I'm not just pulling these numbers out of my ass. This is legitimately one, two, stop. One, two, you got your third candle here, right? One, two, three, you get that fourth, and then you stop. One, two, stop. This one goes on a path, and I think it ended the week on Friday. Yeah, and then expanded over the weekend. But most of the time, one, two, one, two. This one you get three, and then a stop. Three, three, two, two, three, two. I mean, I could keep going, but two, two, three, three, three. So the typical average price action on most ETFs actually is going to be 3 days of expansion. So you might be able to push up higher, especially with this kind of run, right? You're kind of on this movement here. So you're at the highs now. I would say expand up and then maybe like in the three, if it can get to 305, that's where I would probably call it. But I also don't trade in all-time highs. That's something I've always been extremely transparent about. That is not somewhere where my strategy works very well. If I'm trading at all-time highs, you know who I'm referring to? TTI. He helped me. He's my daddy. He's my all-time highs daddy. All right. Brother's name is Meat Missile. That's an interesting name. If yeah, get lots of. He did. He did. Do you still like jizz? Taste is not. It's grown sour in my mouth. Um, can we hear the story of how you got into stocks and founded your own strategy from the beginning? That is not a story for right now. But I would be happy to, but not right now. But you know, just because it takes a lot of time, it's 8:48. I probably could, but get through these stocks. I do like the box that it's forming. That's a good little jizz box, and then pop up over candle close outside of 36.80.50. Sorry, 36.60. And I think you have a solid shot to hit 37.50. So, um, but yeah, no, my origin story is like most people's, joined a group, got scammed, got pissed off, got very pissed off, so pissed off that everybody got it. And honestly, I just took like a violent approach to all gurus. I was like, if I see the same shit that you're doing, I'm not listening to you. And then after a couple of weeks, I realized I was just gonna have to do it myself. Um, because there was nobody who was offering anything legitimate that I could really latch onto. Um, I then proceeded to promise myself to stop day trading and start swing trading. I did that. I grew multiple accounts from $80 to 10 grand, $100 to 10 grand, $500 to 10 grand, but then proceeded to blow them all day trading as soon as I hit those levels because I was a fucking idiot. and thought that I could. Once you have capital, then your goal is to be a day trader. While I was also making the money that I needed so badly. But yeah, I'll finish that story one day. I lost $80,000 and almost gave up, and was in the throes of one of the darkest depressions I've ever been in. Imagine your family needing money and you're broke and you make $80,000 of unrealized gains and it all goes down the drain. I'm telling you what, man. And then I did it, dude. I fucking did it. Cost me a little bit of health, a little bit of mental sanity. I've lost my mind, but that's okay. It's okay. It was is bound to happen anyway. So, UMAC is good if it can clear the floor here at 28, 27.75. You got a great little pocket of empty space up to 30.60. So if you can get that, yeah. Trading has done that to most of us at some point. Yeah. But did you find the fair value gap? Yeah, right. No, you know what though? It's so funny because I've always been rather harsh on my own behavior. Like when I reflect on how I act, or how I respond to certain things, um, and like the physical pain, like I can't describe it because the only other feeling that's ever been close to that is like when I was in jail. You can't be there for your kids, and I would like, unfortunately, my mind would like race with like these thoughts of like, what if my kid like, gets hurt, or like, what happens if somebody shoots a paint car. I had all these crazy thoughts, and it was like a visceral reaction. Your body like seizes up. um and having that same feeling of having taken small amounts to big amounts. $10,000 would have fixed a lot of issues for me at that point in time. And to have that happen to 10K, do that in 3 weeks, and then in a week I'm back down to $100, or sometimes even all of it. I mean, every single dollar. And it was just like the money was just spilling through my fingers. I couldn't figure it out. And so after the $80,000 is lost, and I'm 2 months after I quit trading. I was fucking done with it. I was even telling people like, bro, just don't fucking even try. Yeah, I wasn't telling people that, but I was like, people that I had traded with, I was like, dude, I give up on this shit. I was like, this shit's a lost cause. So like I had a terrible attitude and terrible mindset on it. And it was only just through reflection. Just I was in the shower, I'll never forget it. I was just having shower thoughts, not like that, but I was just sitting there thinking about, the fact that I had all this money. And then it dawned on me. I was like, dude, you took $80 to 10,000. You took 500 to 11K, and then you didn't pull it out. That's your fault. So it was like, oh man, wait, hold on a second. It's me. I'm the problem. If I act differently, if I do something differently, and that's why I tell everybody in here, who, especially those of you, I just saw a dozen of you flip $100, $200, $500 to over 8,000, or getting close to 10 grand, and some of you even more. And that's where you pull that money out. Because the idea that we're sold online of you being able to be this fucking hot shot Lambo driving, Miami surfing, model, kissing fucking, playboy or playgirl, is like not realistic at all. Most of you guys just want to live. Most of you guys just want to pay your bills. So to be able to, this is a real thing you can really do right now with not a lot of money. We just had somebody make $3,000 off of $10. And this system highlights those things. So it's like that lesson when I tell you guys that pull that money out, that's me. That's the me from the past, popping out and telling you guys like, avoid this pain, pull that money out. You are going to make mistakes. I'm going to make mistakes. I continue to make mistakes regardless of how perfect this system is. I'm a human fucking being. And so in order to circumvent those mistakes and to keep myself motivated, there's something about not having your account keep going up and the numbers keep getting bigger and then making you more nervous, and then you make stupid decisions. It's like you're motivated to make it grow, because you're starting at that same start point, you know. But I just want to pay for my little ones in school. That's what I'm saying, man. It's those little things that, like, you know, for us, 3 grand, 5 grand, that's not a lot of money. You know, I know for a lot of you guys, regardless, it's still a lot of money, but like to make that isn't outlandish. It's not far fetched. So anyway, um, good little rant there. When you had $80, were you trading small caps mid? Where did you find the stocks for low capital? So I mean, I have to admit, at that point in time, so what was happening was you had sector rotations that were happening on a weekly basis. And these sector rotations would pick a specific stock, like cannabis sector, and that stock would fly. Like they would damn near squeeze that stock out. And this was, you know, anyway, they would like push these stocks really high. So then all of a sudden, because people missed it, they started going to the byproducts, the other stocks, the ones that were in that same sector, but maybe the numbers didn't add up. That's why we saw such a big crash. It's because people were pushing up stocks. I was able to take advantage of that. Um, AA actually, alcohol, whatever. I traded that one quite a bit. I did trade Facebook at the time. It was called Facebook, not Meta. I traded that. I specifically remember making quite a bit of money on one of their earnings, um, which I've done multiple times. I traded JMIA. I traded GRWG, which is just a random cannabis supply company, but it was a different trading time where I was able to put down, and then this is again part of the foundations of my system, is like I was finding these stocks that had incredibly um low priced contracts, but would, because that sector rotation hadn't hit that yet, all of a sudden you get a big move overnight and I'd wake up and I'd be up fucking 500, 600%. And that's what made me like, okay, I got to stop like day trading because it's the swing trading. That's where it's at. But could you podcast for Spotify so I can listen when I drive? Is that a possibility? I got to stop fucking around, dude, because I've already had that set up for a year now. But yeah, one day I will. I like to rant. I'm there now where you were. It sucks. Yeah, man. I was sick and was able to pull a small win out to cover my mortgage. I'm forever grateful. Dude, it's those kind of things like, you know, that's what this is good for, you know. And yeah, a lot of people have amassed quite a bit of money doing this, but you know, when you're just starting out, to pull $1,000 out or pull 3,000 or $5,000 out of your trading account and be able to like pay stuff off and get some weight off your shoulders, dude, that's fucking priceless. So all right, let's it's about 9 o'clock, so let's see if we can add anything else to this watch list. We have a pretty good start here to the day, with a couple of things moving already up. Meta's up a little bit from yesterday. Still needs a stronger push for sure. Netflix was up, is still holding up right now, so that swing should be pretty sweet. Tesla is I'm gonna be honest, you guys are probably gonna have to make a tough decision today. Okay, and that might mean taking a loss. It's okay. It doesn't define who you are. It doesn't mean you're a loser. It doesn't even mean that you did anything wrong. One of the thing that I see from a lot of people joining the Discord is every mistake that they make feels like something like that they have to go back and revise. If you take a trade on something that's set up pretty well and it just doesn't work, sometimes that's just what happened. It just didn't work, right? Is there a Potter box on Tesla punching us up to the upside? No. Is there massive amounts of consolidation? No. So that's something that would tip us off to it being a potential riskier play, which means that we have to be able to make those tough decisions. Um, so right now, I will say I'm not trying to be a downer, because it's not over yet. One of the main focuses for anybody who's watching Tesla is going to be this 321.72. Huh? I'm not hungry. No. 9 o'clock. Are you okay? Just get whatever you want. Yeah, no, I'm hungry. Both streams are full. Give me a second. Is the $50 membership still open? I think we closed it. I'm just trying to make sure everybody get in. So if you hadn't gotten in, man, I don't know. The Joker's too in love with the lady's voice. That's too funny. I thought of the idea of putting the cat tower that's to my left. I mean, like a floor to ceiling cat tower. I thought about putting it on my behind me, and then Peyton was like, "Well, what if the cat just starts barfing in the background?" I was like, "Yeah, never mind. I don't think I'll do that." Wait, there was a $50 membership. Yeah, if you guys are on here and want to check out the Discord, I'll have Ivy put it back up. But it's 2 weeks, so you can check out the Discord. Obviously see what it's like to be in here, and most importantly, learn. So, all right, Mara. Let's see here. Thoughts on Mara to the upside. So this is on the lower time frame, not bad. Okay, I do see why you would be looking at this one as a potential target. I see a trigger of 1192 for that to potentially happen. I see a structure underneath you. So this is, again, what am I doing? I'm going and I'm saying what is above and what is below. That is what is below. This is what is above. This is the empty space. I can tell you right now, I will not and do not like it on the 24-hour though. That is not for me. In fact, I'd rather fucking gouge my kneecaps out with a rusty spoon in a pool full of lemon juice than trade that one. But let's see here. Can you check my levels? Let's see, Stargazer. Deserve. So we're gonna go back to the consolidation thing, right? Or what's above and what's below. So you got this on the 1 day. Okay, so if you don't have the 24-hour time frame, we might be seeing two different charts. And I think, yeah, okay, so you do have it on the 24-hour. Okay, never mind. Never mind. Okay, so here's how you're going to do this, man, because you have encapsulated all of it, but it's separate. That is completely separate. This is completely separate. Do you see how price is not allowed to go back down? That is strength. That is pulling and holding you up. At this point, right, looking to your left, you don't have anything marked out there. One thing that you can do here is there is a box, was a box. You see the floor that you struggled with in this area, you're pushing through that. So even getting that old skeleton taken care of would give you access to 5850. So that's that deeper, and I think that's that gap for you. So you got it. If I adopt 3 kids and get it, can I get a discount for being a single father of 3? You know what, Leon? If you go through all that trouble, then maybe. Yo, vinyl's in here. Is that box method your personal strategy? Yes, I've been using this for quite a long time. Yes, the Potter box strategy is something I founded a couple of, I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago. Um, Officially gave it its name. All right, guys. I took in a single mother and her kids this summer. Lord help me. That's a weird way to say you're dating someone with kids, but um, oh, yeah. Yes, Apple is coming back down. The only thing that's saving my booty or pot, well, actually, it's bouncing. It came back down, but it's actually bouncing right back up. So we'll see if the bell will solve that. that gap fill to the upside. That's super weird to say you're dating someone with kids. No, it's not. Just ask Astro. Oh, he's not in here. I can't take those shots. Damn. Soundhound. I haven't looked at that one in a fucking minute. And this one is algorithmically traded. It is very much I could see the little beep boop robots fucking trading shares back and forth, but it looks like above 672. If you go down here to the lower time frame, you'll see what I'm talking about, right? This is actually where you can see the Potter box in its primordial form, right? Candle closes are on the floor. So but yeah, you can literally see the makeup of the Potter box. Just a bunch of algos trading this shit back and forth. Look at this. This is a punchback. Another one right there. Yeah, vinyl. Vinyl. Dig into that as much as you can, man. Look at that belly. Do I think Apple gets to the upside? I think it has a good chance to do that. Yeah. I mean, with all that empty space to the upside, and especially if the market's going to see some sort of decline, Apple will be right there. Look at it. It's moving up there really well. Yeah. Look at that. Hell yeah, brother. That is smooth, cool ointment on a sore ass. What about DraftKings? I'd rather get drafted by a king. I'm just so tickled by this elf equity, dude. You have no idea. Like I could not trade and just let this thing go up and be good. Did he really? That's awesome. Yeah, dude, yeah, that's amazing, dude. Love to see it. DraftKings looks like shit. It looks terrible. It looks so bad. Any upside would be over 2480, but downside looks like it might be possible with a punch down below 2270. Uh, yeah. Good morning. Do you have Apple Jacks for breakfast? Eh, eh. Why do people? I don't get how people roll out of bed. Like, how do you not put your feet on the ground and get up? You just roll off onto the fucking floor. It's fucking crazy, dude. It's crazy, dude. Like, grow up, bro. Use your feet. Oh, you bounce off the floor. Okay, kind of like cost bases. Okay, very good. What? What if you have? I thought he said, "What if you're in the woods?" And then I realized he said, "What if you have no legs?" So I mean, I see 411 as a retest area, and I think we talked about this yesterday. But yeah, retest maybe 411.69 would be sweet. It's interesting because the only flack that you have here on the 4 hour is there, and that is currently what you're circulating around. So have I done meta yet? Yeah, I definitely have. This one is moved up really nicely overnight. I need this one to get over 606, 605.87 today for us to get a big pop-a-rooney. Big old rip ass. Yeah, we're doing it right now. Yeah, kissing. Just a little kiss. I've rolled out of a bunk bed. I fell off my bunk bed one time and my head hit the I was 8 years old. I rolled off the top bunk and my head hit the nightstand and broke my glasses. And then I had to tape my glasses in the middle like Harry Potter for real. No, No, I always wanted I always wanted the ground floor, dude. Better fighting chance. Fight better on the ground. What about chances of getting to 2274 and hit my target? I've got an 1875. Oh, it's I did break down Tesla. You guys go to YouTube if you want to kind of backtrack on this one. All right, I don't see. All right, so this is obviously outside of my trading zone. Okay, that's clear. So I see 1890 as a very clear target to the upside. And anything else, if you're looking for 20, I mean, that's all dependent on whether or not that floor can get reclaimed, which you're not there yet. So NOW. Yes, my YouTube channel is the same name. My Discord is about to be the same name as well. What do you guys think? PBS trading or Potter stocks trading? Yeah. What if I get sued by PBS, dude? But I don't. What if PBS sued me, dude? I feel bad. No, because I love PBS. Yeah. I got a DM yesterday after I said that about Jay Diamond, and someone said not cool to stab Jay Diamond in the back like that. And I was like, brother, I haven't fucking said shit. What are you talking about? All that kumbaya shit with other traders, bro. I'm not trying to be that. I'm not. I'm. If 5 years from now I have zero more friends in the trading space, I will not be hurt. Okay, I will not be hurt. Also, I mean, half of the people in the trading space, first of all, which if you're out there scrolling and where did it go? Yeah, if you're out there scrolling and your guru looks like this right here. Hold on. No, I'm not sharing it yet. Hold on. Yeah, you guys are enough. No, if you look like this, why does everybody on this app look like that? Can you guys tell me why? Scroll from my live and just go, maybe 10 scrolls away. You're gonna find somebody who looks like that. That's Steven's brother. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just joking. I'm just joking. I'm sorry, Steven. I'm sorry, Steven. I love you, dude. That's the only reason I mess with you. Oh, dude, he blocked me. He blocked me. Yeah, Eddie. Yeah, yeah. Last night. Yeah, I know. It was funny because Raymond literally was like, "Watch, he's going short," and he clicked on his live, and sure as shit, he's going short. I don't even think they know how to do that. I mean, they're good at it, so yeah, it's too funny. But they really, I mean, I saw this picture and I was like, "There's no way that looks just like." Actually, I can make a little video right now. Oh my god! Hold on, let me record this really quick. Can somebody tell me why these dolls look exactly like all of the trading group gurus on TikTok every time I scroll? All right, that's it. All right. NOW is a candle close above that 1930 or candle open, so the target is 124. Young Steven. Young Steven. You talking about the broccoli haircut? Yeah, yeah, that's them right there. Go file disputes. No, just kidding. I'm just joking. Apparently, Jay Diamond is hungover every morning because apparently he's like a drinker. Hey, hey, Peter. Yeah, MP. It's got a nice. A fucking loser, dude. That looks better. So this is either a glorified retest, right, where we don't have that monthly candle resolution, but $49 or $50 psychological, that is going to be step one. And now for long term, you know what I'm looking for, right? And this, yeah, to your point, kind of, a little bit of hot dog water for me. Not to say that it can't be done, and I want everybody to always know that I have preferences, okay, and some of those preferences can be closed-minded. I understand this, because if it doesn't have empty space, if it doesn't look like Elf, right, where there's still just absolute, oh my God, there's so much, yeah, just a lot of opportunity, clear empty space, like clear charting. That's what I want, right? Because then it gives me a path. This, while equity would be the safest, again, to navigate with, I would want to see that floor secured on the weekly. I mean, even right now, you've already bypassed 45. So, and then within that area, again, I know empty space is the primary factor here. So there are bits, and this is what would lead me to believe that, yeah, it is possible to see a reversal. But that right there, 5316, 5750, that'll be the dictating factor. So let me see. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, this one's just a little higher than the other one. It's already made its way through most of it. So would you enter Elf on a swing at this level, or would you wait for some type of? I mean, I'm in a full size position. This is all equity for me, and I'm holding this one for 123. That's my goal, and I'll take half of that investment off, and then see what else it has to offer. Set a trail stop on it. Uh huh. This one? Oh wow. Yeah. I want to know why. What he's thinking. Insider buys or strong buy. Hmm. I mean, I have nothing to negative. I would say right now, 69.50 is your next target. Yeah, you got a great base rally here. Nice punch back, essentially. Yeah, so 69, and then I mean that's a metric ass ton of empty space. So could be a very long term investment for sure. All right, so real quick, guys. Meta, obviously, got to be one. Netflix here. And there should be room for you guys to be able to take some profit off the table and then let some of these runners run, especially if you bought this last night. Well, on Netflix specifically. Nvidia looks great. I know some of you guys are holding that one. Just building a small box here. Here, what? Oh my god. Damn, I just said that. It said its name. It likes it. It likes when I say its name. Give me that big green juicy candle. Let's see, where's Disney at right now? All right, Disney, yeah, baby. Listen, that was pretty damn good targeting system right there that we got right here, man. That was fucking exactly what we thought might happen. I actually was looking at this last night. I think Disney could rip all the way to 109. If you look at this is 50% of the whole enchilada. I can see that fucker right up there at the top. Maybe it doesn't make the sound effects, but yeah, listen, that's the one of the only setups that we have right now that didn't in coming out of consolidation, but biggest and I'm ready to do it too, but anything underneath 321.40. You want this one to fall like jolt down there, like pop down and then back up to try for that empty space right here. And this box, by the way, mind you, is also this is the kind of stuff you should be doing, folks, if you're planning on trading something in pre-market. If you find a box, 30-minute box, now move it down to the 15, now move it down to the 5, right? Now separate, get rid of all this shit. You have to be doing this shit because this is how I and other people get into these trades when they do go for the reversals. This is a great pocket of empty space here. So if we can get a solid bounce down anywhere, actually, in this, see the 5-minute right there? See the bounce level right there at 322.90? We just tapped it. Tapping it, excuse me. It's only 9:21, so make sure, just want to discuss a few things here with everybody. A lot of you guys have, I mean, tripled, flippled, quadrupled your fucking accounts. You don't have to trade today, right? If your setup doesn't feel the same way, feel that same confidence, that's a likely precursor to you fucking up. So make sure get one of the biggest. Again, from my perspective, I'm the highest bird in the sky with this system. I'm able to look down and see, some of the mistakes that people make. It has always been, and it probably will always be, over trading that leads to a lack of success. So just because even if you're showing up today's your first time. If you don't have a good setup or we don't see a good setup, there will be no trades. There's obviously some, but if you don't have anything right now, be patient. Honestly, Tesla falling like this isn't bad, but what's up? What was that, Chad? No, I looked at that one at the beginning of the week, but over today's orb would actually be orb and then 3260. There's going to be a major marker there. I'd make sure everybody has their alert set on that one if you like that one for a $41 run. Apple. Yeah, so Apple actually is doing the Lord's work right now. This is perfect, actually, absolutely picture perfect. You filled up the empty space behind you. You've now pushed and same old structure, right? Look over here to your left. So even just getting outside of 311 would put us up for a real shot at breaking this 30-minute right here, right? 313.50 was pre-market or post-market yesterday. I said that one's likely to get hit. The only thing that would crush this is obviously being unable. So we have to watch price action today. If it is unable to move up into these boxes and hold or push through, we could be in trouble. But so far, actually, you've been given a small gift. We'd like to see the same behavior out of Tesla, right? 321 and 321.16. I already have Meta. I'm in Meta right now. That one needs to stay above 598. What is? Oh yeah. Hold on one second. I'm putting my Spotify on. Music will be on Spotify right now, so you can only hear it on TikTok, or you can listen with me if you want. If you like hover over my name on Discord, you'll see that I'm listening to something on TikTok. You can listen with me. Hmm. I know you know how to trade. Wait, what? I miss. I'm a tape reader, just like this gentleman here in the screen. It's been as long as I've been along. It's like I knew bull crappers are appearing by the day on TikTok Live. It's like all of a sudden everybody knows how to trade. Yeah, affiliate code, mm, phenoms, you know. What? Yeah, yeah, I get it, man. The only thing that cures that. Oh, hold on. Apple ramps up for. Hold on. Apple ramps up for next iPhone. Bank of America is reiterating its buy target of 380 after Apple's purchase commitment surged 28% to 57 billion, signaling an iPhone production ramp and component stockpiling ahead of the next launch. Apple also warned of chip and computing supply constraints that could delay AI futures, but Bank of America remains bullish in the long-term AI opportunity and strong capital returns. All right, couple minutes here. Sorry, I missed that whole thing. I was reading something. What'd you say? Oh my fucking god, dude. Jeez, so dramatic, dude. I love you, Panda. Don't do that. God. Dude, Netflix is ripping right now, dude. Hey, Potter, sometimes I know you schwack the pin here and there. Do you believe those that get high daily affect their trading? If you don't know what you're doing, if you don't know what you're doing and you're getting fucking stoned all the time, it'd be the same thing as, yeah, as getting drunk or, fucking. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you need to be responsible. Listen, everybody is different with this stuff. For me, I could pull this thing for 10 seconds and still slap 1,000% trade. I have an extremely hyperactive brain. Like my brain is, and so sometimes, again, excuses. For me, it's quieting. I get the quiet that I need inside of my head to fucking function because most of the time I'm a goddamn mess. But there has been periods of times that I could not indulge in anything because I knew that that was exactly why I wasn't moving forward. So yes, there is going to come a point where you might have to sacrifice one or the other, and it's always just best to be of clear mind and to have this be, a reward or something like that. People like to drink a beer at the end of the day, but if you're ripping the bongo, from noon till or from dusk till dawn, probably gonna have some cognitive issues. So 30 seconds. Oh, dude, you're good. Make a bag. You upgrade. Ding, 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 ding. Yeah, one sec. I got you. Netflix. Dude, Netflix 100% right here overnight. I'm going to trim a little. Fuck you.
Look at me.
It's just tough to sell that contract. Meta is taking a strong push back down. Watch a 598.67 retest on that one. Netflix is also taking that same cost basis bounce here. Apple pulled back down to its pre-market box right here. Yeah, it is. Holy fuck, dude. Nvidia ripping. Nvidia holders. If you have Nvidia, that is gone. Good trade, dude. All right, 3 minute on Meta here. It's got to pull itself back up. Good empty space, though. All right, I was able to trim a little bit off of Netflix, but everything is pulling back fast. So we're looking for that structure underneath us to get retested just as quickly and then give us a bounce. Yeah, NVIDIA is absolutely screaming right now for those of you guys who are holding those calls. All right, here we are. This is the bounce level that I was referring to on Tesla. We're sitting there now. Anything underneath this, guys, Tesla is likely going to see a pretty gnarly dump. If you have something and it was green and it's going back, if you can re-enter, get out. Get out and then have a plan to get back in. If there's a box and that box is failing, you can get back in. Jesus Christ, NVIDIA. What a rip. All right, Meta's getting bought up a little bit here. Tesla's bouncing, trying to bounce. Again, it would have to recover this overhead box. If it retests and fails, look at that right there. So you need that candle just like that to push up and past it. So right there on that floor. Apple could bounce. Could bounce on Apple as well. We're seeing green off of that one. Let's see if it can recover that 309.50. Netflix is also finding itself a floor around 74. There you go. Good start. You need to hold that candle all the way up. Yep. And Tesla just opened up over that 50% mark. It's not a box, so it's not going to trigger you the same way, but see if it can push that candle up to see the ask rising. There it is. Is it gone? Holy shit, bro. That thing is ripping. Oh, I'm looking at it on the 2 minute. It's still ripping, but huh? Mm-hmm. Welcome to the shit list. Listen, regardless of the outcome, of what happens here on Tesla. We have to be real with ourselves, and this is the only way that you're going to be able to look at what's happening and justify, right, trading it or even just messing with this. When we trade, folks, we trade because there is tension. Tesla really didn't have that, right? It had a box, it punched through it, it popped up, it hit its cost basis, punched through the cost basis, made a new high, and now that we're offering a new price, people aren't as excited about it, right? So it's not that typical break. Good bounce though, right now, by the way. And this flip through the box up above us could heal. Could heal. Apple, no. I still have my 300s, so good push on Tesla. So go back down to that 3. Yeah, I'm watching. It's testing the level we talked about yesterday. It's 592.60 and then 590.80. Let's see. That's all right. I have 727 if it on the channel, but other than that, no. Let's see if the higher time frame. Yeah, dude, this is actually going to be do you guys remember what we talked about yesterday about opening up, wicking out, trying to make that, and if you couldn't hold, that's where you would see the possible choppiness. All right, Meta bounce off of that target there. Good green candle here on the 2 minute. We need to get back up above 599.55, or this is just a retest. Yeah, Nvidia did its thing. Netflix is attempting to retest the box that it punched through or popped out of yesterday. So 74.75 is going to be important here. Okay, so all the bounce levels that we were talking about so far are holding. They're doing what they're supposed to do. We just need to see them actually have that resolution of grabbing hold of the floors. Do you see that on Meta? That's not great.
Look at me.
Tesla's holding that. So look at the 322 right there. You just bounced off of it. So clearly that's going to be another sign of not being able to do what you're supposed to do. This is also going to mean that that same overhead 323.63 is going to have to pop. Good entry for Netflix? Not quite yet. We can't be just testing the box, right? 3 candles, all that just to get this. No, we need to push through that box and be. Yeah, NVIDIA is moving really well. Mm-hmm. Dude, Tesla looks really good on that 15-minute. What'd they say? All right, so far so good on Netflix, guys. Coming back to life here. A little scary. We're okay though. Yeah, Meta is trying to bounce. Tesla's trying to. I don't know if anybody re-entered on that one. Tesla and Netflix. Nice, nice move. So just right over this high here, we should see that empty space right here filled back up. It's going to be on Tesla to go ahead and close candles outside of that box. Marlon, why would you? Why? Why? I think so, yeah. Looks great on the 15-minute right now. Looks absolutely phenomenal. Yeah, it looks good. Look at that. Mm. 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 Juicy. Oh, Celsius came back down. Thank God. Yeah, Meta has a great bounce. Netflix, fuck Netflix, just that thing. Yeah, Netflix just tapped that fucking floor here from pre-market highs. Let's see, 5 minute, 2 minute, 1 minute. Okay, so you got to hold that 74. That's going to lead to a reversal on Netflix if it can't break past that. Good retest, but damn, you have to hold that. There you go, Tesla. Small account up, dude. Juan. Amazing, dude. All right, I might have to bail out of Netflix, guys. I think that one's. I'm going to be bailing green, but let's see. Netflix, what do you want to do? Oh my God. That was a dad joke. Come on, Tesla. I know you're just trying to wait for it. That 15-minute candle is 1 minute and 27 seconds to close. Looks amazing. Meta can't seem to hold its bounce, which it's the structure in front of us. No guarantees. Stretching my brain here today, guys. All right, Netflix, we're going to go ahead and close that contract out for a gain. Not a lot, but then I'll get back in if I see the opportunity. But listen, that's the either it works or it doesn't. I ain't mad at it. Off that retest, I was able to clear some of those contracts. And let's see if we can't maybe catch a $74 bounce if it falls fast enough. But watch it back over 74.84. And let's look at Meta really quick. Yeah, the VIX is up at 17 today. Shop earnings? No. AMD is trying to break over 497 to get up into that 500 area. Holy shit, look at that thing go. Yeah, Tesla's doing their thing right now. Make this sim upgrade. So on me. Like state price. The man, the yang. Get focus, I won't tell him. Meta's doing well at the bounce. Oh man. Yeah. Sheesh. Yeah, nerve-wracking time for sure. Come on, Tesla. You got a perfect setup here. I know you're just it might want to retest to 323, but we'll see. It's building up that box kind of like Apple did yesterday. Speaking of Apple. Yeah, Apple had a strong bounce, but that one's looking yucky on the hourly, 30-minute time frame, 15-minute, everything looks bad. So you're gonna have to really turn the fucking jets on here and get over 308.34 to change that candle here. Celsius earnings play. Yeah, I'm probably gonna try something. The greatest, but afterwards, I think 33 is the most logical target there. It looks good on the 2 hour, on the 30-minute. I'm already in. I re-entered two off of the Potter box punchback that we just saw. That was perfect. 327 here. So you guys are actually watching, those of you guys on TikTok, you guys are watching the strategy work, and this is how I'm able to kind of maintain. I talked about the bounce level here this morning, all mapped out. Yes, it wicked a little bit lower, but bounced immediately back up, pulled itself back up on the floor of the box, and then punched through, and we just pushed through that empty space. There's also a little downtrend here, and I think that may be the deciding factor on whether we actually break out and see a new high out of Tesla today. Stop looking at your P&L. I see it. I feel it. I know you guys are staring at your fucking contracts right now. If you're not red, right? If you, because I can feel it, dude. I'm telling you. He said, yeah, I can feel it. I don't know why. Feel it in my chest. Oh no. Let it retest. Fast. Okay. Fast retest is okay with me. See that? If it breaks down beneath that, then we have problems. Maybe. Ah, shit. Oh, damn. It's all right. We're still in a decent little spot here. faster it dumps. It has to. So if this is your dump, right, you have to accomplish something. That's what's going through my mind right now. I'm thinking, well, if sellers accomplish that, then they better fucking push that shit down. With that big of a candle, with that much empty space, I could go down here to the 30-second and kind of expose what's really going on. So it would be right around here. And then 325.67 here. Meta is holding, but it very much reminds me of Netflix. So I would say be careful. In fact, once if $600 gets retested, I bailed out of Netflix. Look at Netflix, guys. Listen, I actually consider this to be just as a good feeling as taking profit on something. When I can see the punch down happening, the bounce happened, the retest happened, you failed, I'm out. I'm not going to sit there and wait. Now, it either works or it doesn't until the facts say otherwise. So I'm actually proud of myself for doing that. If you're looking for a re-entry, it just hit the box I was just talking about. It needs to pop out of 74.03 here. Let's take a deeper look into Meta while we're waiting here. Okay, Meta's still fighting for this one floor, one particular floor. Do you see that? So when it gets above it, it'll have a really good chance of filling up those 5-minute candle gaps right here up at 602. So can you show the difference between range and consolidation for the Potter box? Yeah. So even here on like the 5-minute, right? This would be considered a range. Still has the points of contact, but just not enough, right? One, that's range. But it still has a floor, still has a 50% mark, and still has a ceiling, right? Versus this, which has 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and that's a punchback, right? That's a box. This right here, even though it's in pre-market, that would be a box. You see the cost basis? So there's a big difference, right? We want equal, we want structure, we want clear points of contact on whatever time frame that you're looking at. So, all right, Tesla, you're starting to get really weak here, folks. So have your triggers ready. And again, one of the best things, or one of the best things you can do when something's starting to peel backwards is know where you can get back in. So if you can see even something like this, that box, right, that could be useful information to get back in, but we're retesting those levels we were just pointing out here. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to give it that. I made a mistake here. So in order for us to go back up, any sort of reversal would happen back at 324 and very obviously above 325. Right now, we're starting to pull back into areas like this where the only structure is right around here. Basically, you already tapped there, so right around there. So you won't want it for no, I want the box. I want the box. I had a feeling you got quiet. Just use the box or the range that it's sitting in right now. It's got to hold 220, 223. Anything underneath that, and you're going to go 231, maybe even 230. Meta is green for now on the hourly. Just trying to hold that candle green here. Very close to being able to reverse here. Yep, NVIDIA is continuing its journey to the upside. Down 50% of the port after a huge day yesterday. So let me ask you a question. Why do you have 50% of your port inside of a play? Why? How does that make any sense to? And I'm not trying to beat you while you're down, but if you're losing 50, if you had a huge day yesterday, why'd you change your risk up? Low risk, high reward. So that way, when these type of things, so either A, you're spending too much money on contracts that cost way more than you should be buying, or your risk management is ass. Because if any single one of you is down 50% of your account, what are you doing? Nobody should ever be down 50% of their account. Even these, like, again, I trade on a base level $80,000 account, right? And even with that much risk, which I could use 50, I could use 30, but I use 2,700, sometimes now like $3,800 on some of the plays that I take. And if you look at the risk to reward, like on my account, even if I was using all of my risk, and again, when these plays hit, the whole concept behind how we operate here is we know that there are going to be losses. But if we're using good risk, right, these losses are far superseded by the gains that we make. And I know some of you guys know that firsthand because we'll take a couple on the chin, and then one play later we're back, and not only back, we're past that. So that sounds like something somebody annoyed would say. Rose annoyed with the chart. Now he's just fucking birds are pissing him off. You bailed on Meta, not a bad idea. Loading capital. We have that structure underneath us, guys. If you want to get out and get back in on Meta, that is totally acceptable. Um, I'm hanging on because I have cheap contracts. That's the reason that I'm able to hang on. If I lost every single one of my swings today, which we're okay right now, being Netflix is already gone, but I'd be all right. I would be happy about it, but I'd be all right. Now, if Meta does decide to fall, we would want this to happen quickly. Nice, Tesla. Yeah. Yeah, I'm watching this one on a lower time frame. Same overhead high now. Now. This is the overhead high that keeps whacking our asses down. Uh, yeah. Nope. Is Tesla going to rip? It's trying to. Conditions make this tough, but it has a good setup to make this happen. One of the most important levels is 327 today. Um, but yeah, it's. Hold on a second. Bull's trying to curl here. Yeah. Well, that's because it has to expand. It can't be inside of a range. Outside on Apple of 308.32. Watch for that to pop right back up again. I'm not saying that because you traded. I'm saying that because we need that candle to reverse if we want this to go up. Yeah, dude. I was a scalper, dude. I would have walked away already. Oh, dude, yeah, 100%. They don't know. That's it. They just don't know. They don't see what we see. It's just that simple. They don't see the consolidation on the higher time frames that makes these contracts so cheap. They don't see the 3 days of expansion. They don't see the box. I mean, people just show up blind. They literally blind. I mean, and that's a lot of people. So yeah, I mean, day traders legitimately have lower life expectancy. It's not even like it's a real thing. Like the amount of stress that you're putting on your fucking heart and your body, um, and then all for, I mean, to me, it reminds me of that fucking scene with Thanos, dude. It's like, yeah, fucking Iron Man punches him in the face with his, all these fucking cool tricks. And he's like, all that for a drop of blood. It's like you motherfuckers sit here all day and get like a drop in the bucket, and then they're like, "Good day," I don't know. But also you can't look at what they do and think that that's sustainable. Let me put Okay, so I know a day trader, a new one, and he usually traded with like 10 bands, 10 15 bands. And dude, his trades, maybe 3 4 seconds at the lowest. But this individual, the losses that he would take, I mean, dude, it would be like you get in here, right? It pops up, and most scalpers probably get out right there. But one candle like that, dude, and not only are your contracts red, they're redder. It's not like you have a normal stop loss. So option scalping is hot dog water, a lot of the times, unless you have. That's the thing, is if on the 24-hour you have empty space and you have a higher time frame move, that's that's the only time that I would want to trade it. Period. So should I cut Tesla if you're scared? Yeah. If I again, I don't know what your stop loss is. It just made a second high, so there's a good chance that it might try to go and fall now. Um, but I mean, again, if you get we're trading in a tiny ass little pocket right now, so you could wait for 327 so that you have for surety. But what was your plan? Yeah, that's a good thing. Is Meta trash? Not yet, but yeah, a lot of names that did really well yesterday are not moving quite well, which they haven't lost anything, which I think is important. Um, Damn. Um, but yeah, um, it's not dead yet. Nvidia, meanwhile, just having a regular ass day. Oof. You didn't take any profit on that one at 247 or 427? That was the, that was the only wall I had. You're okay right now. I told you that I was lying, but them amphetamines was fucking up my mind. Spy puts? Yeah, maybe. I would say right now you need to be careful because you got that pocket of empty space right the fuck back up, but you do have enough rejections that if you're not able to accomplish a new high, yeah, you would probably get sleepy and pull back. But you still dreaming? Yeah, I'm live on YouTube. All right, last shot for fucking Tesla here. You better get your ass up and moving, just like that. I need that 30-second though. What are we doing here? So I'm still holding it. Still in Meta, still in Tesla. Shit, I still got some apples. Manzanitas. Manzanitas. In my bonitas. Oh shit. We need to start figuring out where the right hit markers are for robots. Like where's their weak points? You know, in case we need to pop them. You know what, guys? Be patient on this Tesla shit. It's building the way it needs to. Just be patient. As long as the market cooperates with us here, we should be okay. What, down or up? Oh, dude, that'd be so nice for a little short, though, if it did pull back to 301. Not now, but if it popped up new highs and then bunched down through the boxes building, that'd be pretty sweet. NVIDIA is wild to watch. I've had so many re-entries, but try to be strict myself, not overtrade. Yeah, it is. All right, first target officially, I think, tapped here. There it is. Oh my god, that was fucking excruciating. But it's not done. It's got my heart rate up too. Ah, look, you guys can, you guys, dude, tell me why my real time stress looks just like the chart in reverse. It looks just like what I'm dealing with. You can tell. Look at this shit. I'm gonna post it. Look at that. To retest calm. Now I'm back up, dude. I'm one with the stock. Shit, I was a little bummed. I'm not gonna lie, man. I had to swallow my frustration on Netflix, man. I had a chance to I got partially filled at the highs, and then it pulled back really quick. So I had to take a lesser gain, and then I stopped out early, which I mean, I'm proud of myself for doing, and for all intents and purposes, that was a successful play. But I have avoided a ass whooping in doing so, so that's pretty nice. Hey, I mean, I'm glad I got out of it with money, but yeah, I'm not a green is green guy, so we need those stress levels to peak. Well, give me a second. Yeah. Huh? Benjamin. He's always there for me. Get to know you. I already have silver, guys. I have silver in my Think or Swim. I bought long options on those. Yeah, before I left on vacation, I've been in these. And then Joker was talking about it, and I looked at it, and I was like, "Holy fuck! It looks fucking perfect." He pointed this out. Building on the floor, exactly what you want it to do. Empty space up above. It's kind of been a no-brainer hold right here. So, plus it's that's why I'm kind of latched on to silver instead of gold. Yeah, it's pretty, dude. I tried. Yeah, it did. That's the dude. I traded silver, made too much money, then made traded silver, and then couldn't stop losing. Like it just because, like, dude, it's one fucking mini tick, and you're like, you're dead. You know what I mean? You gotta be on point with that shit. Yeah, dude, that shit does not play. Does not play. Back and forth. I wanna get to know you. I wanna get to know you. Is meta done? Guys, it's starting to look southward. Yes, there's a good chance that this one's without a proper response. I mean, it hasn't lost it yet, but yeah, it is getting very close to being calling it quits on this one. And if you want to take a shot for like 567, that's up to you. But personally, I think that this is developing a channel. Anytime I see something like this, it usually piques my interest, and there's some sort of control here. So was that Junior just talking about trading? Yeah. Mhm. Yeah, you guys can pop in the Discord. I think Ivy put that $50 a week or $50 2-week membership up there. So I got those long SoFis too, baby. I do. SLV. Apple is actually curling again. All right, guys. Tesla can't do it. I don't, not right now at least. So stay patient on it if you're watching it. As long as it doesn't lose anything, it stays a candidate to go up. But if it's burning your contracts up, remember what's up above at 327. So why did I getting warning? What are you getting a warning about? Me using unregulated goods? Because I got that warning. Yeah. I got I got September 4th. I got a month out on SoFi too. Watch Apple here. Watch Apple here. Fuck. Fingers do do the typing. Let's see if it can pop out here. It's got 1 2 1 2. There's something it's gearing up for something here. Packing our bags. Yeah, Disney was a little disappointing. Stop it, cats. Up 1K on the video. Very good. Nice job, dude. Yeah, Tesla's been probably the only stock this week that's not been working out, but it is the one of the only setups that I'll be honest with you doesn't have the beautiful kind of setup that the other ones did. So I've been thinking about selling Roku. Yeah, I've been in that for. Feels good to have loads of cash though, dude, and places like this that have just been moving up. Yeah, yeah, I'm up 55% on Roku. And I've been holding this one since 7/31/25. Right there. Batman. How can I get the Discord? If you're trying to check out the Discord, go to potterstockstrading.com and go to the memberships. Did Ivy put it back up? Oh shit, she hadn't put it back up yet. So you can either get these or wait for unless she's posted it in the free Discord, then go to that button right there and then just go to the free Discord. You'll see the link there. Is it? There's a lot of heaviness right now in that sector, man. Okay, that's getting. Oh wow! So you hit the structure up above. Hmm. Yeah, careful on that one. This guy definitely needs to lose a little bit more. Getting sucked at it. Losing that floor though is pretty big. What's up, my dude? Keep rocking. Thank you, Captain John Doe. What's up, bro? I signed up for the monthly subscription on TikTok. Do I get the Discord a little bit more? Wait, I'm signed up for a monthly subscription from TikTok? From TikTok. I don't have any I don't have any monthly subscriptions. Are you talking about like you subscribe to this? Like the what is it? Members or something like that? I don't think I have that option. I don't think you can subscribe to my TikTok. The fuck? What is the max cruise or something like that? Yes, that option. I don't think you can subscribe to it. Max Cruise? Brother, I have no. Yeah, DM me though, please. It may be like a super fan. If you did that, I don't even know. I don't know anything about that. So, damn, dude, that makes me kind of bummed out. Yeah, make sure you guys check out the I helped an old lady across the road. What's the discount? 5%. Consuming substance featured in this live could harm your health. I'll show you some substance, TikTok. You want to see some substances? You know what? Let me open my drawer. You want to see some substances? Let's get banned. Here. What about this? What about that, huh? 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 What about this? Huh? What's that? Huh? What about this TikTok? Yeah. What about that? What else I got in here? Vins. Oh, what about this? What's that? Huh? What's that? You never know what's in Dad's drawer. Aw, Junior puppy. Oh no, Ivy got me. That's the magic chocolate bar. Apple is kind of cruising up here a little bit. Do I have a target for Nvidia? Yeah, 220. It got hit. That was literally it. That's all I had. That was the end of the empty space over here to your left. And then, I mean, yeah, for earnings possibly, but now some of that opportunity has been dried up. Uh, also, yeah, no, we're not going to try to do that. Potter Loki looks like John Cena. There's nah. That chocolate will put you in a different realm. Yeah, I know. I ate some. Dude, Junior just showering me in roses right now. Oh my god. All right, what else is moving? Anybody have anything? I'm watching Apple right now, and Meta still. Apple's inside day. Meta's honestly probably not looking great. It looks like we could see some downside uh, before too long here. So, time to scale out of Tesla cons for Friday. Might be that time, brother. Yeah, a lot of things have gone up, tried, and failed. 327 got hit, the empty space is filled, and nobody wants to buy. So, guys, do not hold on to shit that you can re-enter. If we want to take Tesla, what do we have, right? We have that literally the high of today would be where we'd want to take that, or where we would want to start a position potentially. So, Nike looks like it wants to go up, but also wants to tease you. That one's gonna go up, I think. Hit 42.47. Yeah, closer you close to the floor, the higher the probability of that falling. In my mind, love don't exist here. Scalping my way back into the green. Oh god. Careful, brother. You're fucking yeah. And you scalp yourself up. Dude, I just got fucking right. I got an email. I was just looking at my emails of my from my bank, and I thought for a second that I only had $3,200 in my bank, and I just lost all the blood in my body for a second. It's a $3,200 charge. It's not my fucking bank. That's fucking uh, thought I, bro. Yeah. Holy shit. Yo, let's see the stress chart now. Boy, that scared the shit out of me, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. Bye. Fuck. Well, if you win, I die. Don't you? It's going up. Oh no, I meant my heart rate. Yo, someone said, sounds like you just had a rich people problem. uh, yeah, I know. Yeah, should have said that. All right, well, compared to what it was at, that would have been a huge loss. Something really, yeah. Better start trading. That's insane. Superpowers I got. Yo, is anybody listening to Spotify with me? I don't know if anybody did that. If anybody ever does that, can you change my music? Like make it go forward? Yeah, yeah, you could be yeah. All right, hold on. Let me see if I can where do I do that at? I'm old, bro. Oh, okay, hold on. Oh shit. Okay. Oh shit. Here you go, guys. If anybody wants to jam with me. Welcome to Potter Stocks Radio. And this next hit, Isaiah Rashad talks about his addictions to methamphetamines. Nvidia shares hit highest in over 2 months, up 4.3%. Yes, we know. Just real quick, guys. Hey, if we got a lot of taps at the top, we might see a little pullback here. Getting heavier. So you got real superpowers. I got real superpowers. Oh, look at you. Who is Lukey Pookie for real though? Who's for real though? That's my little Ivy. Will you change his name to Lukey Pookie, please? My little Lukey Pookie. McDonald's looks bitchin'. McDonald's looks bitchin'. Not bad. Yeah, 24-hour looks really good. 275.30 candle close. 278.76. 283 would be a solid target there. And then if you're looking for continuation, I mean, this is like share buying territory. Who did that? What are we listening to? No, I'm fucking rocking with it. Did Neil do that? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just Nah. There's four people in here listening, dude. I feel like a real radio host right now, even though someone just stole my radio. No, I rock with. I actually fucking like stuff like this. I listen to this group called Olifarky, and they just roam around the deserts of Africa with guitars, bro. Fucking jamming. IWM looking a little heavy here as well, guys. That's Jana joined your jam. Welcome, Jana, to the jam. Damn, dude. I want to put on one of them robes. What about this one? Let's listen to this one. Let's listen to some German club music. You know what he's saying? You know what he's saying? You're good enough. That's it. You are good enough. So sweet. This is the third time at the bottom for Young Apple here, with empty space up above it for two tiers. But right now the market's getting a little heavier. AMD's got floor at 301.60. If lost, could see a nice dumpy to $300.90. Yeah, I got ADHD, so I'll be changing the music a lot. So don't get mad. I just like to begin. That's why I didn't join the Spotify. Yeah, no, I be changing music too fast. I got some Disney, so yeah, I'm kind of hoping for the same thing, man. It's got empty space right up here to 101.88. We can bypass that, man. I think we can push through this box. It's got that earnings juice, so. And McDonald's. Look at that little channel here, John. 276.30. Go to school tomorrow? You go to school tomorrow? Oh, damn. Heal me. Dropped out of what? Oh, God. Oh, that's right. Yeah. Dude, pigeons are better than college. Also, I tried to befriend pigeons at Universal Studios until I kind of had a third eye or a bird's eye perspective. I just thought I was like, damn, dude, look, I'm like a tall ass fucking dude on like just sitting there on my knees, like going, "Come on, pigeon," trying to like feed it snacks and shit. They're so adorable, dude. I actually low key love pigeons. Yeah, that would be really cool, dude. I'll give you lifetime if you can send a pigeon my way, dude. I'll give you, dude. No, I'm trying to offer for the next reincarnation cycle. Yeah, yeah. And he send. Well, hold on. I want to. No, that's too many reincarnation cycles, dude. Pigeon signals. Pigeon, like now. Next question. How delicious are pigeons? Just, I'm just asking. He said you're gonna have to ask, not me. I hate when things affect the meat. I've done wrong. Anybody shorting IWM right now? Is is anybody short on IWM? I don't think it's going to be huge, but I do think 301 is likely target here. I do. Yeah, I'm shorting that one down. Apple's curling back up. Someone said pigeon is delicious. Okay. Yeah, it's leaving behind quite a bit of empty space up there, so it needs to keep that pressure. 301.18. He said I can't do this again. Try some fried pigeon, Poppy. Fried pigeon. I think anything that's fried is delicious. I deep fried a fucking rattlesnake with that tried to kill me on an island, and it was delicious. I'm not gonna lie to you, it's delicious. It did try to kill me, so I ate it. I felt bad though because I kind of maimed it. I didn't like get a clean. I didn't have any bullets, and so I ended up hitting it on the head with the butt of the gun. But then I broke the butt of the gun over its head, so it's kind of a messy execution. Yeah, yeah. Actually, the this island in particular, Herd Island, um, had a fuck ton of snakes. Um, yeah, they used it for harvesting lumber. Today, it hosts private homes along with a grass air. Yeah, there was an airstrip on this island. That's the island right there that I worked at. Look at that bad boy right there. Yeah, it was like right in here. I worked in picked tea leaves for this company. but there's a fuck ton of snakes, and they used to hunt snakes like specifically on this island, and so the snakes stop rattling, so these fuckers wouldn't rattle at you. Sometimes they would like at the last minute. So when I walked close to this rattlesnake, dude, it didn't even. It just literally was like pulling its head back to fucking slap that ass. And if it would have got me, there's a good chance I would have died. There's a really good chance I would have died because there to get off the island, I would have had to keep my heart rate down and drive the golf cart back to um what's it called? Brother, I'm already in. What do you think I'm yapping for right now? Just trying to fucking. Why is the market moving like the VIX? Because the VIX is the market. It is. We could fill up a board with just this guy's meat trying stories. There's so many different kinds of meat out there, ladies and gentlemen. Everything has meat, if you think about it. Some good meat. They even got they even got Beyond Meat. Can I check out Melly? Ivy, did you put that on the website or you just dropping the link in there? Yeah, if you guys want that check out the Discord for the $50. That's probably gonna be in the free Discord. Yo, my cat is snoring, legitimately snoring hardcore right now. Is that island where you found the secrets of the Potter box? No, that island was that island was nothing but intoxicants and tea leaf picking. Um, one of the funnest experiences of my life, but one of the wildest. I mean, like legitimately, yeah. Some weird shit happened on that island. Not like other islands, but yeah, like there was some. By the way, Apple is doing that third bounce pretty fucking well right now. Um, PBS was on plates of gold in upstate New York, I think. Oh shit. How do you access your free Discord? You go to the I this I just said almost I almost said you go to the island. You have to go to It's not the time to be joking about islands. Melly looks good. I see a target of 1967 directly up above you. You're trying to close that floor right now, which is going to be pretty important. So, um, what brokerage? Trade Station has been my favorite brokerage. It's been a little weird lately, but yeah, Trade Station's my brokerage. So, if you're looking for recommendations, that's what I like. Junior, are you here? Dude, if you do you remember some of the ink pens you got me? The one with blue ink? It was like a blueberry one, dude. It's one of the most bizarre dude, nah, it's one of the weirdest flavors I've ever tasted in my life. Yeah, dude, I've never tasted anything like this before. It's like somebody fucking I don't know, took a blueberry into a sex shop or something. I don't know. It smells weird. I mean, it works, but it smells like blueberry lube or something like that. I've never smelled it before, but it's fucking gross. Go to that to join. Hey, Ron. Yo, I showed Ao that skit. My son just found Key and Peele, bro. Oh my god, dude, it was so funny, like seeing his reaction for the first time. A little short on IWM. Apple's cooking right now. It's only 10:45. Pause my music. Wait, if I turn up the volume, does that turn up the volume for you guys? Good day, hit daily goal, and the dermatologist said it's not cancer. Yo, TX Scooter. Hell yeah. Is this where all the throat goats hang out? Mongolian throat goats. Not to be confused. I was dating a dude named Aaron when I saw that skit. Oh, that's fucking hilarious. Hey. No, I mean, I'm going to hang on to some of these IW inputs probably throughout the day if we never recover 301, just in case we just, kind of fucking waterfall down or something like that. Actually, one of the TPs has already been hit on IWM. That was the imbalance at 301. Second is 386. But it does have empty space. So if the floor gets reclaimed, you're going right back up. And so this floor right here is kind of that no square. You said Tesla is building enough to do something? Kind of looks like it's going to dump, dude. I mean, with the multiple rejections at this, if we lose this floor, I'm starting to think that there's a good chance of killing that wick, So Apple's doing, yeah. I'm watching Apple. I bounced Apple. I've just been buying those same contracts because out of all of them, I think Apple has the highest probability to still go up, or even possibly because if you're looking at Apple on the 24-hour, folks, you're looking at an inside candle, right? And so the closer it gets to closing above those candles, the closer that we get to breaking out. We've got two off the top. This reached down this morning, right? Tapped that lower structure, filled up the empty space, and now it's building. So I still like this a lot, which, you guys know me, I'm not always an Apple proponent. But this could turn out well. It could turn out really well. So Tesla, I can tell you this right now, not as enthusiastic. Now, and I'll explain why. Apple has the consolidation at the bottom. Tesla has consolidation at its top, where it needs to go and break out, which is not always the best case scenario, and sometimes typically can lead to sharp decline. So if you are looking maybe at a gamble or something like that, you could look at like 315. I don't know what do those contracts look like? Oh, that's for You gotta be fucking kidding me. I have not heard I heard this song on the radio in middle school, unfortunately. Middle school freshman year. That song was the only thing keeping me calm. How dare some fucking ridiculous, dude. You know, I really appreciate that contribution, but I don't know if I can indulge in that whole song. It's a ridiculous song. If you want to listen to my Spotify with me, you could on TikTok. You can copy that link into your browser. I don't know how that works, but Apple is fucking soaring right now, making me soothing my soft burns. I gotta have it. People get treated. It's problematic. Do my team green like the team green like the Celtics. They're making it overzealous. Same old stuff. Right now, the target on Apple is break 311. 311 and the Wix. See what this handy do? Nighttime as a ride, I recline for the evening. Hawking down the next stand. Name ain't Steven. Good retest on IWM, heading now to the low. Yes, I've heard that song, Shady. Can I explain option contract buying? Like, talk to me a little bit more. What do you mean? Max, I have 31250s. Ding, ding. Nasty little world we call home. They get blickies popping. So they resort to schemes and violence. Ugh, goddamn. Ain't no stopping in this dirty, filthy, rotten, nasty little world we call our own. Get blickies popping. Could you get Apple on a pullback? Yeah. There's still areas that have to be broken. Yeah, I was gonna say it just, just multiple and a punchback. While I stunt, roll me a blunt so I forget it. It looks so vivid. Went through a lot of shit in the last year. Then I said, fuck it, I'm gonna handle my business. I've been 180 to talk to one lady. She been regulating on how I feel. Describing this raw and read. Ain't no you just got on WAP. Who the fuck says stop the track? Ugh. Nice. Pray God for repentance. Be all that all costs I won't share with my infants. Huh? But this one. Some of you guys too young for this song, dude. Get out the way. I gotta be in the right mindset for that song. Oh, I only like the first part of this song. I don't like such a fucking gnarly song. Back and forth. Showcases that big concrete. Semi-automatic mind piece. We must be the same age. How old is everybody on TikTok? We did this on Discord the other day. Yeah, in live trading, how old is everybody? Should do the D with extra pieces, bitch. I'm trying to eat it. 50, 50, 28, 28, 39, 36, 32, 48, 28, 1 plus 3. What the fuck? 19, damn. 51, 42, 60, 26, 45, 60, 45, 52, 55, 39, 23, 28, 33, 67, 44, 26, 6, 7. Ha! 52, 40. How old everybody was? 44, 43 tomorrow. 56, 33. I haven't been born. 45, 43, 79. Nah. Are you serious, Ed? 38, 41, 47, 67. That's not true. 43, 44 on Saturday, 69. He's been born again. Okay. Damn, boy, I got a fucking large ass right. 37, 42, 32, 40, 44, set 25, 21, 45, 34, 26, 23, 22. 39th on the 28th. Steven, quit lying, dude. Steven's like 12. Your fake ID doesn't work here, buddy. How old am I? I'm 34. Dead slap in the middle of the range. My mom's age for real? Shut up. Do we have to act our ages now? I mean, some of this behavior now is starting to seem. No, I'm just kidding. Damn, my kid is 34? Oh shit. That's lit. We're cooked. I had hopes in Tesla. Listen, that one I'm chalking up to the game, my friends. Chalking that one up to the game. No, I'm okay on that one. Apple's still building. Okay, so we're not the same age. I didn't even see if I don't know. I don't know if I saw your age. I was just reading them off so fast. Yeah, Tesla stung. Yeah, Tesla stung. I'm not gonna pull any punches there, but it sucks. But um, it did give me an opportunity to, after that tap of 327 pulling back. I mean, that was where I saw a couple of you guys pull and shoot as well. So Apple still fighting with Meta. That one had to go. So, but that's all right. That's okay. In SoFi, my SoFi target is one. I have one target, and I'll tell you exactly where it is. Right there. That is where I take SoFi. All right, 1 second. I gotta help my cat. Early. Come here, baby. So, you're hungry. This live's not eligible for recommendation because we restricted in search results because we have detected suspicious activity that may violate our integrity and authenticity policies. Shut up. I need to pay my cocaine debt off yesterday. Brother, what the fuck? I've learned so much about people, doing this. I didn't say that. Listen, that stuff, I know. I knew. Listen, that's probably one of the. I'll give myself credit. That's one of those things that I tried, and I was like, this is pretty cool. And then after a couple of times, just random, I remember me and my wife looked at each other, and I was like, we can't do this again, ever. Not ever once again. Nope. I was like, before it ever becomes a problem, I was like, nope. I'm fucking can't tell you how many people I know that didn't pull the plug. I've been that way with everything, man. Except for nuglets. That's been the only vice. That and nicotine. Oh my God, bro. Bro's getting fucking beat down. I'll just go ahead back to bed, brother. Wrap it up. Man, what a day. Can't be mad at that, dude. Yeah, take a couple on the chin, dude. I mean, man, I've lost a 16th of what I've made in the last 2 days. You feel me? So it's like fucking Apple, Nvidia. You said nicotine can cause delusions. Oh shit. Yep, Apple's starting the day. All right. Well, TikTok and YouTube, it's 11 o'clock, so it's time to shut the streams off. If you guys want to join that, check out the Discord. It's $50 to hang out for 2 weeks. And that's found inside of the free Discord, which is found on the website and that button right there. But otherwise, you can watch this back on YouTube, and we'll see you guys at 2:30. Okay. Y'all have a wonderful day. Take care. Brush your hair. Something like that. Peace out.